Hi again. I wanted to post another time today because I don't know what I'm gonna post next. We're gonna be reading a fanfic instead of singing because I need a break from that. Until I get at least a bit of feedback on that because I'm nervous. But this will be a America X male reader gaming love. The creator of it is right there. I will put this fanfic in the description as long with their name and a tag to their Wattpad account. How would you feel if you saw someone you met online for the first time, especially if you had a huge crush on them? Let's begin. Gaming love. Name looked around the airport, trying to find his friend Alfred. He held his bag closely to himself while his left hand held the handle for his luggage. It was quite obvious to anyone that was looking at him. He was very nervous, but he didn't have a good, but he does have a good, and this is a very big problem with the reason why I am trying to do this. The main reason I want this account is so I can push myself to reading out loud to complete strangers. I will get criticism in the comments. I will get all kinds of stuff. I know. That's what comes with posting online. And I have a really hard time reading out loud or to others in general. And that's the reason why I'm trying to push myself for this. My brain mixes up words and skips sentences so I cannot read them correctly. So, I'm very sorry if I do not do this correct. If I say a word or if I use a different word for it, please don't go pointing it out. I know I cannot read well. It's a really bad issue that I have been struggling with since I started to read. I have been taking so many classes for it, yet it does not help. So my apologies. Name looked around the airport trying to find his friend Alfred. He held his bag closely to himself while his left hand held the handle for his luggage. It was quite obvious to anyone that was looking at him that he was very nervous, but he does have a very good reason as to why though. He was going to meet his online gaming buddy and secretly crush for the first time in 7 years. In truth though, he had never met. The two have never met in real life, but instead it was online gaming that had brought the two together. From the ages of 15 to 22, they had stayed in contact with each other. Throughout the years, sometimes they would Skype or use some sort of other media to talk to with each other. Though, now, Name had saved up money over the years, and since he worked for a gaming industry which paid him a lot since he was a professional game tester, he got more than enough to have a week-long paid vacation. Where is he? He thought worriedly, hoping that Alfred remembered to pick him up because then he'd have to use the cab and hope that he would be dropped off in the right place. Just as he was planning to call the blonde American, a loud voice was calling his name. Name! The voice shouted out again. Before Name felt himself being pulled into a bone-crushing hug, the nationality could feel his air being cut off, so he kicked the burglar. Sorry. So, I'm sorry. I don't know why I find that so funny, but the burger loving American and the shin, ow! A pained yelp surrounded as the tall blonde quickly grabbed his shin in pain. Sorry, Alfred, but you were making me lose my oxygen, Name said sheepishly. He rubbed the back of his head, hoping that his gaming buddy wasn't really that mad at him. It's fine, dude. It was my fault. Well, come on. Anyways, come on. I wanna get some McDonald's burgers before we head back to my place, Alfred said. He wrapped his arms. Oh, I forgot. I can't. He wrapped his arms around Name's shoulders before pulling the man out of the airport. Name sighed, knowing that he won't have a say on anything until they got to the house and played video games where hair-colored will get his revenge. Time skipped until after Alfred dragged Name to McDonald's and had a food fight. Wow, your house is actually cleaner than I imagined, Name said, looking around the living room. He had expected to see a lot of trash on the floor, since the blonde male acted like he didn't care about cleaning. Alfred laughed loudly. Of course it is. After all, I am the hero, and the hero always has a clean house. Though secretly he had woken up early to clean the whole place for Name. He doesn't plan on telling the other that for a while. Name laughed and sat on the couch, knowing that they'll play video games after a while. Then he can go back to the guest rooms and put his stuff away. I'll be back, bro. Just choose a game while I place your stuff in the room. You're staying in, Alfred said with a grin, looking at the white male. The nationality stood up and started to look through the games, trying to find something that will be enjoyable for both of them. Finally, Name found the right game that was fun yet very challengeable for both of them. Mario Kart 8. A smirk appeared on Name's face as he thought, my revenge. As he was chuckling, Alfred came back and looked at the other with a confused face. Name? He asked, walking closer, but a huge smile appeared on his face when he saw the game in the other man's hand. Man, I could totally beat you in that game, he said, believing that the man wouldn't be able to beat him. Oh yeah, is that so? How about we do a bet? Name said with a confident smile, knowing he'd be able to win since he wants his revenge. Alright, but what's the bet? Alfred said, looking at the other curiously. If I win, you have to do my bidding for the 2 weeks I'm staying here. But if you win, I'll do your bidding, Name said. Name replied with a smirk, already knowing what he'll have the American do. Alfred shivered, slightly afraid of that smirk, and knows that it wasn't good. A hero never comes A hero never backs down from a challenge. You're on, he said confidently. Best 2 out of 3, Name said, holding a hand out for the other to shake. Alfred shook it and both of them ignored the little electricity that shot throughout their whole body from the simple touch. They started to play the game after a little fighting on who should be the first player. But finally, the game started. After 4 hours of playing. Oh, this is a long video. Okay. At the moment, the two were at a tie. Name and Alfred could feel the tension as it was their final lap. And both were the first and second. When I win, I will make you cook me burgers for 2 weeks, Alfred said as he just passed the hype mail. Name growled. Sorry. Name growled and smirked. Suddenly, he saw a boost and immediately headed for it. Noticing Alfred's players saw him heading towards it. Oh no, you aren't. Oh no, you aren't, he mumbled as he threw a banana peel in front of the mail, smirking when Alfred's car started to spin. Name used his turbo and got to the boost, which made his character grow larger and continue to go to the finish line. Alfred's eyes widened as he tried to go faster, but the nationality had crushed him and got to the finish line. The hair-colored male jumped out in joy and screamed, "Yes!" while the bird-loving male screamed, "No!" and groaned after. Name chuckled and bent down, wrapping his arms around the blonde's shoulders and his chest to the other male's back. "Don't worry, I won't make you work too hard," he said, reassuring the other. "But I still lost," Alfred said, thinking that he needs to work more on his gaming. "Hey, you may have lost the game, but you didn't lose my heart." "Well, you Name said, but then realized what he said. I mean, he said, hoping the other male didn't notice. He looked down and saw that Alfred was frozen with shock, and thinking the other male was probably disgusted, he let go of the other and moved back. "Sorry, I know you're not into males. I should probably go." He backed up and started walking to get his stuff. Before he could walk 2 steps, Alfred grabbed his wrist and pulled him down to the blonde's lap, a blush starting to form on Name's skin color's face. He looked up at the male. "What?" he started, but was cut off by a small and warm and sweet kiss. His eyes widened in shock, but they slowly closed. Soon they separated, and Alfred said, "I'm glad I didn't lose your heart, because you're always winning mine." Oh, Stop, that's cute. Okay. It won't let me, but yes. And that was America X Mail Reader Gaming Love I'll put it in the description. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. Same as the last one, please try to eat something or drink something, and I am so proud of you all. That made me really happy to read. I don't know why. Expect stories like this. I don't read like smut or anything like that. It just makes me uncomfortable. So stories like this is what I'll be reading. Bye bye.